The Jets are going to look to solve their wide receiver needs in free agency and the draft, but it appears a third option has entered the fold. A trade with the Cleveland Browns could bring Odell Beckham Jr. back to New York. Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot today. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Very interesting topic. I did not consider trade to be one of the things in our arsenal. At least not realistically. I think Joe Douglas probably wants to use his draft picks on players that he wants to bring in. But you never know. Odell Beckham Jr. is a top-level talent in the league, so maybe we're looking to bring him in. Now, this is all conjecture because I'm sure the question was more so asked, do you want to go back to New York? The Jets need a wide receiver. You are a diva. He wants New York. It just seems like a match made in heaven. Now, Odell Beckham Jr. had about 1,000 yards last year. He's playing through an injury. He had surgery at the end of this past year. So I do expect him to play better next year than he did last year, but I also thought he was going to have a good season when he was there with Jarvis Landry and Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb and like all these other guys. He wasn't the top receiving option. When he comes to the Jets, if he were to come to the Jets, he would be the guy and he would have the focus on him. So that's interesting. We haven't had a receiver like Odell ever. I mean, the last time we had a legitimate number one wide receiver was Brandon Marshall, and he was 35 years old or whatever the heck he was at the time. So would I like to see the talent of Odell Beckham Jr. in New York on the Jets? Sure. Do I really want him? I don't know. What are you going to have to give up to get him? His cap hits over the next few years if you trade for him. $14 million this year, then $14.5, and then just under $14 the next 2 years. After that, that would take him through his 31st birthday. So you'd have him under contract for 4 years at about $14 million a year. Now, I would much rather that than Robbie Anderson, but again, what are you giving up? I'm not giving up number 11 overall to get him. That's just not happening. You're going to be able to draft CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy at that pick. So you don't move 11. If you can trade a second round pick for him, maybe you entertain that, but at that point I would think there's got to be someone towards the tail end of the draft that could offer more than the Jets. And to be honest, I don't know if I want the head case around here. I don't trust him to keep a cool head and to get a wide receiver in here that could totally blow up a locker room, kind of like an Antonio Brown or like a, Santonio Holmes, something like that. Not that his attitude has ever really been problematic in terms of like illegal activities or anything like that. He's just sort of overly hyper competitive and lets his emotions overflow onto the sideline, and it causes a bunch of drama. So I don't think I really want it. It's not a direction I want us to go. I would rather keep our draft picks, build through the draft, sign some lower tier free agent wide receivers, and just completely pass on Odell. Guys, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Do you want Odell? Would you prefer we trade for him? If you do want to trade for him, how much do you want to give up? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, go Jets.